Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks for tuning in. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, before we get started, hit subscribe. And of course, don't forget to like and share. The term self-care, have you heard it before? It's used a lot, and I'm sure if we asked you, are you taking care of yourself? You'd say, of course I am. But self-care means so much more than what we actually think about taking care of ourselves. Self-care is actually when you need to do something for yourself that you enjoy. Yes, it's important to eat healthy and exercise, all of those things. But it's also important for us to take care of our mental health and our well-being. Especially for those of us that work in a helping field, whether it's working with individuals at risk or with varying needs or in the healthcare profession, it's easily to get emotionally attached to the situations and put all of ourselves out there. So self-care is something that a lot of people talk about in schooling when you're working in the helping fields. It's important to take time for yourself every day to give yourself self-care. And so what that looks like is something that allows you to relax and unwind and put your mind at ease, that takes away from any stresses. For some people, it may be watching TV or flipping through Netflix, watching some crazy YouTube channel videos, or it could be having a bubble bath. It could be doing some yoga or meditation. For me, my self-care that helps me relax and detach from the world and put everything else out of my mind is listening to audiobooks. Yes, some romance novels, let's face it, but anything that will have me thinking about something positive, keeping me happy, and not thinking about all of the things happening in my life, whether at work, with a charity, or with my family or friends, just really focusing on being present for me. Self-care also looks like taking time to do activities you enjoy. Some people, it could be going for a walk, it could be going for a bike ride. Some people, it could be going dancing. For me, that's my Toastmasters. That's what I love, I enjoy it. It still helps me do something by learning, but I really take my time for doing something for me that I enjoy. Spending time with a friend is always very good. Spending time with your husband or wife, that's also very good as well. But it needs to be time that you're taking care of you. Self-care also really needs to focus on getting enough rest. So sleeping. An adult needs 7 to 8 hours of good solid sleep to be productive every day and to not burn out. It's challenging in these times that we're going through. We have outside stresses that affect us as well. So it's not just work, it's not just family, it's not just our relationship. It is so many extenuating things going on with the COVID-19, with all of the negative things happening in the world, all of the emotions that we're getting hit from left, right, and center. We really need to take this time to ensure we're practicing self-care. Some people like to go for manicures or massages and make themselves look pretty, get a haircut, hairstyle, and that's okay. But self-care doesn't need to be expensive. It doesn't need to cost anything, in fact. It just needs to be time you allot every single day to do something that's going to make you relax, take a breath, and detach from the world. That may be just deciding not to answer your phone on your lunch break or not checking your emails at night. Those practices have to be scheduled in, believe it or not. You have to schedule time for self-care, or otherwise you don't actually practice it. So every day I listen to my audiobooks, and that's my way of practicing self-care, because I know that if I don't detach for some portion of my day from all the outside factors, whether it's the stress from work, the stress from society, running a charity, or even just my family. And not that it's a bad thing having family, but it's a lot of responsibilities. If I don't do that, I know that I'm emotionally and mentally going to be checked out and burnt out by the end of the week. Doing my Toastmasters, I schedule it in, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it may look like, because that's something I enjoy. So it doesn't have to be so much as putting in your phone like I do. I actually block the time off. This is what I'm going to do, because then I know I'm going to do it. Otherwise, we get busy. We ignore, and of course, let's face facts. When we are in the helping field or when we have family, we're always the last person to take care of ourselves. So self-care is important for us to not only schedule, but continue to practice. If we don't do it, it's not going to ever happen. So that's why when you go to school to be in a helping field, whether it's education, social service worker, healthcare, any of those that are emotionally draining, they teach you about self-care and about allowing so much time. And it's a really hard thing to add to your life because we're busy people. We don't have time for that, and that's the last thing we're thinking of. But I've learned over years and years of working in the helping field that if you don't do it, you're no good to anybody. You're not going to be any good to your family, you're not going to be any good to your spouse or partner, and you're definitely not going to be any good to the clients that you serve. By providing good self-care, eating healthy, getting enough rest, and doing something you enjoy every single day, you're going to be practicing self-care, but also feeling better about yourself and ensuring that your positive outlook every single day continues. In these times, as I mentioned, there's so much negativity going on, and there's so many things that we really feel that we should be taking care of instead. But you matter. Your well-being is important. So whether you're in the helping field or not, I encourage you to practice self-care on a daily basis. Don't make excuses, just do it. What are you doing for your self-care? Is it working? I encourage you to take some time today and look at what you do to practice self-care. And are you actually doing it? If you're not, jot some notes down. What could you do to help yourself? Even if it's a bubble bath, that half hour a day that you want to go and have, make sure it gets done. Allow it for time that, all the other things that would be distracting you are finished. So if the kids, they've eaten, you've done dinner, now they've gone to bed, this is your time. What are you doing with that time? Use your time wisely. You're a very busy person. But you'll find self-care can make a world of difference. And I really can't express how much it has helped change my life. People may think that you're just wasting your time by practicing self-care, but the reality is you know what's best for you and what works best for you, so you need to do that. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.